This is my local thrift store rating review part 5. Today we're doing Uptown Cheapskate in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. This store is going to be a little bit different than normal. So this store is a resale store. So what happens is people bring in their old or like used clothing, and then they pick out what they want and give you cash for it. And then you can either donate whatever you don't want, like the clothing that they don't want. You can either donate it or take it with you. And then whatever they keep, they put out on their shelves for sale. Similar to Plato's Closet, except I think Uptown Cheapskate is personally a lot better. I have brought clothes here before and made anywhere between like $3 to $10 on like one item of clothing. So I'd say it's a lot better than having a yard sale and having to deal with all that work. You just bring your stuff here, they deal with it, and then whatever they don't want, you can just get rid of. I have brought my own clothes today that I'm going to take in here. Now, a lot of the stuff that I have, I really just want to get rid of. So I'm just going to see if they give me anything for the clothes that I brought. And I'm going to give you an overall rating of the store. And then I'm going to kind of show you what all they have and what their prices look like. All right, let's go. I brought 2 Aldi bags full of clothes. We're just going to see what all they give me. So as soon as you come in, I will say this store is very aesthetically pleasing. Their sweaters are right as soon as you come in. I'd say the average price for a sweater is anywhere from $11 to $15. They have a nice variety of athletic wear. It ranges anywhere from $8 to probably $15. Their coats were in like the $20 to $30 range. All of their red tag items were 10% off, which if you're going to have a sale, I feel like you should do 25 or 30% off. Most of their shoes were in the $20 to $40 range. The pants, depending on brand, ranged anywhere from $10 to $20. They did have 2 pairs of Lululemon pants, and they were $40 a pair, but you got 10% off, so I guess that means it's a good deal. And then this was just funny to me. They had Rue 21 pants for $10. I feel like that's the price that you would get them at Rue 21. They also have a very large men's section. Alright, so I dropped off my clothes and they did give me an offer, actually a pretty good offer, either $41 in store credit or $33 in cash. As you can see, I took the cash. So $33 for 11 items, that's $3 an item. That's decent. That's more than I would make at a yard sale, and it's the middle of winter, so I'm not having a yard sale. And they took all the rest of my extra junk, so I don't even have to worry about it. So my overall thoughts of Uptown Cheapskate. I think this is a decent store. I think it's really nice to resell your clothes if you have like name brand stuff that you want to get rid of and you don't want to deal with. I think it's also good for people who want to shop name brand items but not at like a retail price. Like their stuff is probably 25 to 30% off retail, which is for the most part pretty nice because a lot of this stuff is still in like new condition. The store is not a place you're going to come and get name brand stuff for like a couple bucks. It's not like a cheap thrift store or anything like that, but it is still a nice store. Obviously, I'm going to rate the store a little differently. I'm going to do pricing, size inclusivity, and what all can you find in the store, like variety of clothing wise. Pricing, I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. I feel like their pricing is a little higher than around a Walmart, a new Walmart clothing pricing for secondhand clothes. I still give it a 7 though because I do pay people for their clothes. This isn't a Goodwill where everything's free. So, you have to have a little give and take there. And this is a small business, not a massive corporation like Goodwill. So you do have to keep that in mind too. Size inclusivity, I have to give them a little bit of a hit. I'm going to go like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 because the highest you can find in clothing sizes is like an XXL, and once in a while you can find a 2X. In pants, sometimes they go up to like a 18, but once in a while you find like a 20, but that's about it. So I'm going to give them like a 5 out of 10 there. And then lastly, the variety of things you can find in the store. You can find pretty much anything. They have name brand purses, nice shoes, clothing, sweaters, athletic wear, accessories. You can find pretty much everything, so I have to give them a 10 there. Alright, that is all for this video. Sorry this is kind of long. Let me know if you've ever been to Uptown Cheapskate and let me know what your thoughts are on it. Alright, that's all. I love you guys. Bye.